There we go. Yeah, looks like we have a working microphone. Great. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Whoops. What the hell happened there? Hold on. What? What? Damn it, now I pushed something, and now my Streamlabs went full screen. Hold on. What? Are you kidding me? Well, that wasn't the best start. Full screen, there we go. There we go. Okay, now it seems like I want to move my microphone a bit, and I must have hit something, probably F11. And the whole thing went full screen. Anyway. And I think I managed to move that as well. Dark Whisper, thank you for the free subscription on YouTube. And hello to all you guys in chat. A lot of familiar faces here, at least. Donkalora and Inimus here tonight. We have the Werewolf. We have Dark Whisper, who just joined here. Chris Wu, nice to see you again. And Picard I've seen before. Great. Anyway, hello and welcome. And to XY Rex Gaming TV. Thanks a lot for subscribing as well. And also, welcome or good evening to Beer Cake Bob over on Twitch. We have Captain Howdy. Howdy, Captain. And we have Holden Smith and we have Gabriel. Okay, so Frontier, of course, if you didn't know, has announced a April update that's going to come out on the 23rd, which is in exactly a week. So, part of the update, there's a lot of stuff in the update, and there's like the new player areas and all kinds of stuff. But the thing that I find the most interesting, and actually think that most people find the most interesting, is the addition of additional optional turtle slots on all ships. All small ships will get 2 additional Class 1 slots, and all medium and large ships will get 1 additional Class 1 slot. And this is going to have a enormous impact on many of the ship builds. And I thought today I would run over some of the already existing builds so I can show you how they're going to be changed when this update comes out. I'm not sure if it's going to mean that we can do a separate, or if I'm going to do a separate video on it. I might bunch some of the ships together, like do one video where I go over all the mining builds and stuff like that. But there are also builds that that requires larger reworks, and yeah, and of course it's Dark Whisper that because they're adding new modules, they're adding like a advanced docking computer that can undock as well. And they're asking like a cruise assist module that allows you to run around the super cruise, something like that. But what I want to do is I want to run over some of the existing builds that I have, and see how we're going to change these. And there's, as I said, there's some builds that also will require some larger modifications. I think I want to start with the mining clipper. So if I'm just going to move over to the main screen here. And I need to remember my post-it, because otherwise I'm gonna talk about stuff that... There we go. Talk about stuff that that you guys can't see. Okay, so I have my build here, and I've already opened it up. So if you don't know, if you have a Coriolis build, I don't know if this shows up here, but normally the link would be something like https://coriolis.io, right? It would have the build, and this is not how it's supposed to be, is it? At all. There's something missing. There's a surface scanner missing. There we go. Okay. Exactly, Chris. It's a very good question why that is not. I guess Or at least make it one module. Why do we need a normal docking compute that can only dock, and then an advanced one that can do both? Anyway, my point is, if you have a build on Coriolis, you should be able to go up here, and before Coriolis, you just type beta, then dot, and it will show you the beta version of that build. Let me zoom in a bit. So this is where you can see we have that additional class 1 slot. And it might seem like, well, we can't use this for a lot. I mean, the options we have here is pretty limited, right? But we can trade that in for a greater slot, because our detailed surface scanner can just go down there, keep the refinery. Now, I have a prospector limpet controller here, a class 3 limpet controller. Now, we don't really need a class 3, we really only need a class 1, but I fitted a class 3 because, well, there was room for it, but there no longer is. So now we'll fit a 1A prospecting limpet controller engineered with lightweight. So we'll lightweight run a prospecting limpet controller like that, and you can see this means that we have now actually freed up a additional class 3 slot. So by gaining a class 1, we managed to free up a class 3 slot, which we can now use for another collector limpet controller that we're also going to use with lightweight. So you can see this update actually means that the mining clipper is going to get 2 additional active limpets. That's huge. That's 50% extra. And no, the slots are not restricted. They are normal, stock normal class 1 slots. So no, the slots are not, as Chris asked here, if they're limited to Autodock and Supercruise, they're not. You can use them for anything you want. No, so we're not complaining. I'm not complaining about the slots. I think the slots are great. It's gonna have a massive impact on some ships, especially the smaller ships. It's gonna be absolutely huge. I think it's an awesome update. The only thing that I think is a little odd is the fact that they made 2 separate docking computers. But again, it's really a minor thing, to be honest. But for the clipper itself, just the clipper at least, I think this is probably how I would fit it up. I have a small notepad here because I want to do the upgrade, so I have the modules ready for when the update is. So that means for this one, I'll need a 1A prospecting controller. Which is lightweighted, and I will also need a 3A collector controller, which is always lightweighted, also lightweighted. So those are the upgrades we'll need for the mining clipper. Let's head over and have a look at the mining Python build. I guess it's gonna be pretty much the same thing. Now this is a non-engineered version, non-engineered build. So luckily there's no engineering needed here. So we go to the beta version of that, we get that extra slot, we move that thing down there, we get rid of our 3A refinery. We install a 2A with 6 bins, which should be plenty. And then we add another, again we get a class 3 slot, and we can add another collector limpet controller here as well. You know what I should do? I should look here behind my posted, and then I should find the shorthand link, and I'll post those in case anyone is interested. I'll also post the clipper one. But I think those 2 alone I agree. Beerkeg says that the all-in-one limpet controller would be a better option. Something people have been asking for a long time, and I absolutely agree. It would be an awesome option to get that. Oh, hold on. Python, there we go. It really doesn't like the surface scanner, does it? The beta version here. It says detailed surface scanner. There we go. And let me just get the shorthand link for the Python, also for the clipper build here as well. Okay, so that is that. Now, that was pretty straightforward, upgrading those ships. Now let's go and have a look at something that's a little bit more due for an upgrade. And just to give you an idea how old this build actually is. This is still done on ED Shipyard, which is now, I don't know if it's discontinued, at least I haven't seen updates to it in a while, and it still have the advanced discovery scanner on it. So I think what I will actually have to do is to just quickly jump in game and get a more updated, let's get a more updated build link. This is the Cucumber build, by the way, in case you didn't know. I'll just quickly get the game up and running. Yellow Bailey says, oh, 68 ships to refit. Oh, hold on, I need to get my hoters ready here. Because the Cucumber has actually received some upgrades that I haven't covered in any videos since the latest update on it. There we go. My art just pledged on Patreon. Awesome. I don't know if you're here, but if you are, thanks a lot. Let's get in game here. I can actually go over so you guys can see the game as well. I think I was playing around with my with the sidewinder I used when I was hit the triple elite. I think we're still playing around with that, but I hope at least have my Cucumber stored here, otherwise I'll just call it in. And if it's not here, we will have to do a ship transfer. I have other things that we can... Let's see here. Anaconda, there's the Cucumber. Oh, there we go, Marsh was here. Thanks a lot, man. It's awesome. Go. And there we have it. So here we have the current version of the Cucumber. And I'm actually going to make a few copies, or like make a copy of this, so we have the how it is now and how it will be after the refit, because I think I'll do a refit of it. We can start by opening up the beta version here. And immediately we can drag that one down. The 3A Collect Olympic controller, which is nice to have. Drag that down there. And we can see now we actually managed to clear up a class 4 internal slots on this. Just by moving modules around. God, I have a lot of stuff on this. I actually think the first thing I want to do is to try and consider making an upgrade to the, or changing some of the shields, because I can't remember, I have thermal resistant fast charge right now. And then heavy duty. Heavy duty. I should have 3 heavy duty, oh that is kinetic. Oh yeah, okay. So 2 heavy duty and a kinetic. And then resistance. And then a explosive. No, sorry. No. It is resistance augmented as well. Look in the wrong place. And resistance augmented. Okay, so I am a little heavy on the resistance side, but that is the whole point with the build, is to go high on resistance. To make that fast charge even more valuable. And the weapons are still the same, I believe. Yes. Okay, so things that I want to do. For instance, I rarely use my fighter hangar. Like, I never use my fighter hangar on this ship. So I'm actually considering removing that. It's again that's a kind of a some people would prefer to keep it, but I think I'm gonna try to make the build so that there's room for it to still be there. So we can drag the fuel scoop up. And then we have some shield reinforcement packs, which adds additional shield. How are we doing on power? We are pretty tight on power here when everything is running. We are using 49.36 megajoules. And the power plant is... It does have a thermal spread, so we can get a little bit extra power out of the power plant if we need to. What I'm aiming for here is to get another shield reinforcement pack, if I can get that in somewhere. You know what I might do? I might actually get rid of those two cargo racks. I have a collector limpets, but then add a I'm not sure. So, Guardian FSD booster, definitely keeping that. Let's move that up there. We could go with another... The 5D Guardian Shield Reinforcement Pack. That would be nice. That should give us even more effective hit points. So you might notice here there's next to no armor, and that's because this build is all built around not having to worry about that if you just keep the shield up. If your shield drops, you already done something wrong, right? So what else could we do? I mean, now we have a lot of open slots here. Obviously putting in armor would be a natural choice. What? So these only come in up to class 5. How much does the class 4 give? 4E? No, why? What's the difference between a 4E and a 4D? Is it shift? No, it's alt. Yeah, it's alt. It gives less and it's heavier, but I guess it uses less power. Yeah, it uses less power. So how are we doing on power now? So we can disable our cargo hatch. We don't want to disable our shield cell bank, so we're running a little bit tight on power. What about we just put a cargo hatch in here? Or should I keep the fighter bay? I don't know. That means if I keep the fighter bay, I can lose one of these, bringing me still over the power limit. I would need a cargo rack somewhere. So a 4E cargo with 16 collectors. I guess that's okay. It's a little bit on the low side, maybe. only going down to 16. But I think we would, unfortunately, we would have to... I don't want to get rid of thermal spread, though. Yeah, going armored is most likely... No, not enough. Right. So we have to go with a overcharged power plant. If we go with a monstrous overcharged power plant, then we have enough power. And I have a detailed surface scanner here. I guess that is not really necessary anymore. I mean, why would we need a detailed surface scanner? We can still see... Yeah, I can't see situations where we would need to map planets. Oh, you know what? We could upgrade even further. We could get rid of that. And then go with a Class 1A. Class 1 collector limpet controller. We don't really need, and that's going to be lightweighted. We don't really need that extra... I mean, it's nice to have, but it's really not a need to have. This is just to pick up engineering material that might float around. So downgrading that to a Class 1 would help. Again, leaving us with even more space, and we're again low on power. Could we do anything? What can we do to save some power here? We could lower the range. This is an easy place to save some power, right? I mean, if we go down to a Class B and then go fast scan, we still scan fast. We lose 400 meters of scan range. But it gives us, like, how much power was it that? It was quite a lot. Yeah, 1.6 megawatts of power. Why 7C shields? It's biweaves. 7C biweave shields. Why not undersize the shields? I'm not too fond of undersizing the shields. When I go with a class, what would I gain? I mean, what would I use those class 7 slots for anyway? So we're running all shield reinforcement packs here. Get rid of that. I mean, undersizing the shield would be an easy way to gain a lot of power, because I believe we look at our power bill here. Thrusters, obviously, and then the shields. But this is a biweave shield tank, that's the whole point of it. But we already increased this quite significantly. Look at this, is the original build as it is right now. Only run one shield cell bank at a time. Yeah, but that would mean that if you run out, you would have to, in a potentially stressed situation, go over and turn off a shield cell bank, power on the other one. I can see the point. We can power off some modules. Like, for instance, right now I have the cargo hatch here, and I could also put the frame shift. Where is it? If we put that into group 3 as well, or maybe group 2. Put that into group 1. So my train of thought here is, if we, let's say we turn off that and the cargo hatch. The cargo hatch is a little annoying, but we could turn off the FSD, because when we have our weapons deployed, we don't need the frameshift drive anyway. Yeah, we could do that, Chris, but going with a class 6... Hold on, is the stream chat even working? Or is that crashed again? Just check this. There we go. I hope it's working now. Where else could we save some power? There's no power used by a fuel... there is some power used by a fuel scoop. There's a little bit. It's right, it's not difficult. I don't think it's... The problem is not that it's difficult, but the problem with the shield cell banks of this ship is we have no... heat sinks. That means we are using our beam lasers as our heat sinks because the thermal vent. And that means that we have to use our shield cell banks in battle. Downgrade the sensors. That is a lot of power. What do we lose by downgrading the... Oh, hold on. I was changing up the wrong one. Hold on. Here. This is the one we're working on. What was I doing here? I was turning off the... Yeah, if we take the Guardian... So if that goes into group 3 together with the frameshift drive, look at that. That we can take the FSD booster, the frameshift drive booster, and that we can turn that off when we are in combat. What happens if we do that? Let's just try to turn that off and that one off. This could... yes, the power plant is overcharged. I believe right now it has overcharged moderate. I would like to go overcharged thermal spread on it. But if we put those into to power groups or to priority groups, what are they called? Priority groups? I think they're called priority groups. That means that as soon as we deploy the weapons, it will turn off the frameshift drive and the Guardian frameshift booster. But that's okay. I mean, we don't need that when we are fighting anyway. And as soon as we're done, we'll store the weapons, and the frameshift drive will come back online together with the booster. And so we just have to make sure that that one doesn't go up. So now we actually have a lot of power to play around with. With that turned off, we can keep the big sensors. But I just want to see what happened if we derate. Is it B rating? We could derate the sensors if we really needed it. It would cost a little bit on sensor range, but it wouldn't be terrible to do. Andrew says turn off the cargo hatch. That's a good option too, but we do have a collector limpet controller, and I want to be able to scoop up materials while in combat without having to store the weapons. But we could do it if we're really, really tight on power. Then we could take the cargo hatch and disable that as well. That just means that when we have to use the collector limpet, then we could take that and the collector limpet and take that out as well. But I'll do that if we're really, really tight on power. The thing is, the 8-kilometer range is just so nice when you're looking for targets in a hash-rest site that you have a longer scan range. Okay, but now we actually have a decent amount of headroom here that we can play around with. So we put a shield reinforcement pack more in, I think. A class 3 cargo rack is probably too small. I mean, 8 limpets is probably not enough, and I don't want to synthesize. Oh, 5D shield reinforcement pack. That's going to use up some power. Yeah. Yeah, we could leave some of the slots empty. But again, now we're running without a fighter hangar, and I don't know if I want to run without a fighter hangar. I mean, it is nice to have, I guess. XD fighter hangar. And we're still very good on power now. I'm wondering where I should put in the cargo rack right now. I mean, we got plenty of power right now. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Robert says that he ran his Cucumber clone without a fighter hangar, and he added one and really enjoying it. I guess this is really a little bit optional what you're gonna do here. I mean, not collector. What kind of shield? I mean, we have way too much shield now. Look at that. Look at the amount of extra shield we gained. It was 2,500 shield before, and now we added what, 800 shields. Exactly, it's a Dominos. I think. So we need at least a. It's massive shields, and this. Remember, these are buy reefs. Look at that. You can see it out here. These are recharging in 5.5 minutes. That is for full system recharge. So that is an effective, like, kinetic or thermal, about 8,500 hit points that are being recharged in about 5 minutes. Hold on, we can go back to the A-rate to kill one scanner now. With fast scan. We have that power, don't we? Oh god, no. Okay, now we're getting... Okay, that was where all the power went. So, if I take this, and let's say that I keep the fighter hangar there, I keep that booster there, and I take out one of the class 5s for a cargo rack. Then we have... Or should I take out one of the class 4s for a cargo rack? I mean, I guess that's really optional how many collectors. I mean, 32 is also overkill. So we put that back in, and then we take one of the class 4s and make that into a cargo rack. the kill warn scanner is technically optional, but it's really nice to have. Oh yeah, fuel scoop as well. That's a very good point. Where is the fuel scoop? There it goes. That one goes into group 3 as well, and is disabled. Yes. So now we have our A rated there. We have all of that there. I think the power plant is currently overcharged to 5, but we still have our thermal spread. This is perfect. So the fuel scoop of the frameshift drive is offline when we're fighting. Let's make this group 2. Yeah, when it deployed, it's just going to turn off this stuff, which is perfect. We still have an absolutely massive amount of hit points that have been recharged very quickly. It is a risky build, but it's all about managing your heat, and that's why I really don't want to go monster on the power plant. But the trick is those shields. I mean, you should never lose your shields. That's the whole point. Because if you lose your shield, you're gone. Absolutely, you're gone in a second. You have to remember, Chris Wu, this is not a PvP build. This is not meant to handle a fight in PvP. This thing is designed to just rip apart NPCs in Hezra sites or places like that. This is not meant to handle Thargoids. It's not meant to handle a PvP fight. It's meant to just rip NPCs to shreds. Very good point there, Dongalora, that we should replace this with a B rated to gain extra range. And then lightweighted. Make it so. This thing, I think with the 16 ton of cargo, we should have enough for the collectors. I guess this is really optional, right? You can pretty much go and say you put in Guardian Shield reinforcement packs, and then you put in a cargo rack depending on how much you want. If you want 16 tons, you put in a class 4. If you want 32 tons, if you want a little bit more collectors, you put in a class 5 and you sacrifice a bit of shield. Okay, you can see there's plenty of people here in chat who's replicated the build. And using it to great success for hunting NPCs. Bounty hunting this should be just fine. But look at our effective resistance here, right? Before we had 6.5-ish, right? Now we're up to 7. That's dumb. That's as Mike posted there. That's exactly the point. If your shield ever begins to drop low, we have the shield cell banks. And remember, look at this. This is actually a problem, but I don't know if it's a problem. But the shield cell banks here, right? They replenish 600 megajoules, which is about 20% of the shield. right? So you gain about 20% shield back every time you fire off a shield cell bank. It's not a lot, but these are meant for emergencies. The shield cell banks are in normal use, not meant to be used at all. These shield cell banks, if shit hits the fan, yeah, okay. So if you come up against engineered with phasing sequence, so that could be a point for maybe fitting in some module reinforcement packs just to protect some of the internal modules. I mean, I'm not afraid that they're gonna bleed through and do a lot of damage to the hull. I mean, how much armor do we even have? I mean, I still have even the lightweight alloys on to make this thing lighter. I have around 800, which should be enough. But I guess, yeah, that's a good point. In case we come up against phasing sequence, which some of the ships will have now. Should we trade in... I mean, we have a lot of shields. Let's try to put it as a module reinforcements. So now we're pretty much back down where we were before in terms of hit points. But then again, putting 2 module reinforcement packs in just to deal in case. Just to deal with that. I don't know. It seems like we're using a lot. I mean, look at the amount of hit points that we quote unquote lost just because we wanted to have those module reinforcements pack. I liked it better with the shields. Like that. Yeah, we could go with something like military. They are expensive, and it will give us a lot more, or just, yeah, any of these to be honest, but they will give us a lot more armor. But it will also make the ship a lot heavier. I mean, these things are actually not as heavy as I thought they would be. Yeah, okay. So if we go lightweight with heavy duty deep plating. Yeah, but here's the trick. I always went heavy duty deep plating to gain a little bit extra hit points because you didn't get any mass there. But if we go with a military, if we go heavy duty again, it's going to be very heavy. Then we're talking, okay, it's not too bad. I am reluctant to agree with Robert there. I mean, what does it do to our jump range? Unladen 28.6. 29. It's not a lot. I guess I will have to go and give this test run, right? I mean, take it out some of those military things and yeah. You probably have, Robert. I haven't actually been taking the cube cover out for a while now. It's been collecting a little bit of dust, which is really a shame. I know what, I really like this one, the way it is right now. So keep the fuel scoop there, keep the fighter hangar. You know, don't think reactive with lightweight is gonna be any better. If I go military lightweight. Okay, you know what? This is actually, I think this is a good compromise. I'm still thinking. I think this is a fair compromise to go with lightweight deep plating armor. Just to give us that extra, I mean, that should give us the hull we need. And yeah, sure, it's gonna be like 27 tons, but I mean, we already have our shield cell bank, which is 128 tons per shield cell bank. These things are heavy. I think this is the way I'm gonna end up using it, and we could almost go in and fit this now. I'm just gonna quickly save this build so I have it. I think this is the way I'm gonna do it, but we could actually just. I'm gonna put this over here, and I mean, we are in Shinrata, we are in the cube cover. We could begin to refit this. Hard points are the same. Utility mounts are the same. Core internals. Let me see over here. Where is it? We ended up still with the same. Still A-rated, and light-weighted there. And this one is still with thermal spread. Yes, so that's all the same. Only thing is we're going to put this into storage. And then we're gonna get a, let me see here. I guess military grade alloy is a good -40, -20. Or reactive. Reactive is really expensive though. You know what? I'm gonna go with reactive. Is there any mass difference to these? I can't see this behind here. No, they're all the same. We go reactive, lightweight deep plating. Reactive does cover it really, really well with +24 and only a -40 here. Okay, so people are also suggesting that, okay, you know what, I'm gonna buy some reactive plating for this. We could also go, I mean, we could go lightweight deep plating to get more hit points. Hold on, let us just check this real quick. If we go, we already gotten lightweight. Right now it's deep plating, so we have it effective across the board, 1800, 1900, and 1000. What happens if I change this out for reactive plating? Oh, hold on. Let me try that again. Ha! Here we go. Yeah. 1900, 1900, and 1000. But if I change deep plating out for reactive plating, these go down to 1700. And this... Wasn't this thermal? Okay, it makes no difference to our thermal resistance. Look at this. If we go deep plating, there's really no point in this. If we go deep plating, we have more absolute hit points, but our thermal resistance, our thermal here, is now 1084 on deep plating. Reactive, I gain 6 hit points extra on absolute, on like total thermal resist, or thermal hit points, but I lose about 200 hit points in both explosive and kinetic. It's not worth it. It's deep plating. So reactive lightweight deep plating armor is probably the choice. Okay, let's get this one over here again. And we'll engineer that later. Optional internals. And whatever fighters suit your fancy. We have the fuel scoop. We have a cargo rack here. We're going to sell that. And we're gonna get shield reinforcements, which is obviously listed under hull reinforcements. Then we're gonna keep the 4 cargo rack. We're gonna put this one. No, not sell. Transfer. We're gonna store this. This detailed surface scanner. I'm gonna store this. Don't need that anymore. And here we're gonna fit hull reinforcements, Guardian shield reinforcement packs. And the same in the class 3 slot. The chat's going wonky again. Why is it so... Come on, Streamlabs. Yes, I will post the finished build when I'm done. Chris, yes, they are expensive, but when I do a ship build guide for this, I would probably recommend that, yes, you can go reactive. If you have the armor, if you have the money, you can go reactive. You can also go military if you want that. But you could also just go lightweight and then go heavy duty deep plating. But if you go with any of the paid versions, then you go with lightweight deep plating. So it's really, again, up to your wallet that determines if you want to spend to cash out on it. I mean, I don't care. I have 5 billion credits and I could make more in a heartbeat if I needed it. So that's not the issue for me. But I can understand that some people would make it... would not want to spend 300 million on a armor, on a shield tanking build. So yeah, obviously that is a point that I will make doing this, doing the video when I run over this, that this is optional. And if you do the same thing in here, like we have a ton of these Guardian shield reinforcement packs, and I still need one here. Hull reinforcements, Guardian shield reinforcement pack. And then when we get that extra class 1 slot, that's where our collector limpet controller will go. But you can pretty much take that class 4. If you need more cargo space, you put that up in the class 5 and put a class 4 in there. That's pretty much it. Fighter-wise, I don't know, whatever fighters you really like. This means that all I really have to do to get this up and running is to get a... Hold on. Do I actually have a collector limpet controller? Maybe a class 1 in storage? Am I so lucky? Could I be so lucky that I had a 1 Hack hounds. No. I don't think I have collectors, but they are class 3. I don't have any class 1 collector limit controllers. I'll have to build one of those. Hold on, this will also need a livery upgrade, doesn't it? I need a new decal here. Where is it? Where is it? Can't find it. Oh, there it is. And the cockpit needs an upgrade too. Oh, no. Need to get Carlos in there. And lately I've been preferring having a little bit of a cleaner cockpit than I used to have. So I'm gonna clean this up as well. Yes, Carlos is now in the cockpit as well. There we go. And that is there. And string lights. We have lights, we could have small stations, and we can have small probes. Or Christmas lights. People hate that. It's so funny. Look at that. No. No, we're not gonna put Christmas lights in there. Okay, anyway. I love it.
Greetings, Commander. This is Victor.
Nice. Okay, I think that is pretty much where I want it. Let me just verify here that the build is actually still valid here. Did we put in the reactive surface? Yes, and we put in engineering. We did lightweight deep plating, and we have that one down there. And we didn't mess around with this, and we still have that one there. Okay, let me create a shorthand link, and I'll post that in chat. Okay, that was pretty much that. I'll make sure. I mean, I can engineer the armor now, and I'll make sure to have that that one collector input ready. So when the patch hit next week, that should be a quick video to do. Just go in and showcase the build. If we have time later on the stream, how much we'll already spend? Over an hour in. If I have a time later on the build in the stream, we'll take it out for a spin and see how it goes. Have you tried the 4+4 beams with short range and thermal vents? No, I'm running efficient thermal vents. Yes, Donkelor. Now the camera conda. The camera conda needs a replacement, and it is way overdue for an upgrade. The camera conda is one of those builds that I have not really touched in a long time. Because it's one of those, you know... I never really bothered to... Yeah, long-range thermal vents is also... I mean, I have those lying around as well. I've been trying to swap between them. So I think right now the build is running... Let me check it here. Oh, that was the multi-cannon. Let's try that. Yeah, right now they're running efficient thermal vent. I do have the long-range thermal vent lying around, so I can put those on if I want to. It's really up to you what you like. I'm switching between them at the moment, long range and efficient. I the idea with efficient being that they have less thermal load, and the point of using them is to reduce heat. So, I mean, they are there for damage, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that's, well, yeah, I don't know. I think I'll have to give that a go, because it does seem like the thermal, how efficient the thermal is depending on the damage, and they do more damage at range, but they do more damage at short range. I don't know. But as you can probably see here, if we open up the camera content build, this is an absolute mess. It can't boost. The jump range is good. But I want to upgrade this. And the first thing I think I want to do now is to make a list of modules that we need, because I have a lot. So I have two things I've been thinking about trying. Right. So one of the modules that I need on my camera's chip, whatever that's gonna be, is a fighter hangar, and that already limits us quite significantly. And just find the list here. There we go. Okay, so that already limits us quite significantly to this very small list of ships. And of course I need a good jump range as well. So Alliance Crusader, no. Anaconda, no. It has good jump range, but I'm sick and tired of flying around in big bulky ships. I want something small, something nimble. Beluga Liner, no. Federal Corvette, no. Federal Gunship, no. Imperial Cutter, no. Keelback, maybe. Crate, maybe. I don't think the Keelback has enough, but maybe the Crate Mark II could fit in a fighter hangar. But what I've been thinking, and what I think I'll try to explore now, is that the reason why I have the drone, or the fighter hangar, is because I use it as a camera drone. I take it out and I lock the camera underneath it, and then I fly it around, basically like a drone, right? But what if the ship itself was maneuverable enough that I didn't need the drone? Right? So the first thing I want to do is we want to make an Anaconda where we're going to list all the modules that I'll need, and then we will begin to and then we'll begin to see which ships would actually fit that that list, right? We should actually take the beta list here, I think. There we go. Look at, you probably can't see the list here, but if I move myself over there, then you can see the list over here. Right, you can see all those class 1 internal slots. Look at that, 4 class 1s on the Imperial Eagle. 4 class, what the hell? Okay, so I don't know. Let's make the list of modules that we need. This is just gonna go in here as like a checklist. We need a Guardian. Wow, come on. FSD. Guardian's FSD booster. I will need an Surface. Wow, I can't type right up. Get out of the way, microphone. Surface. What is this? Hangar. Planetary vehicle hangar, that's the name. Oh, hold on. There you go. I would need at least a class 4. because I need 2 SRVs. Because it happens that doing videos, that part of the video is I need a video of an SRV exploding. That had happened before, and sometimes it will just explode. So it's nice to have the second one so that I don't have to go back and then get a new one and then come back and continue the recording. So I want at least 2 SRV hangers. And again, in no particular place here, I need a fuel scoop. Let's also check what I need in terms of scanners over here before we continue, actually. I want a manifest scanner. You guys can see that there. I want a maybe kill one frameshift wake scanner. I want a Xeno scanner. Kill one scanner, maybe. It could be nice to have, but it's not mandatory. And if we have extra slots, a shutdown field neutralizer, just in case. But again, these 2 last one here is really optional. So I will need at least 3 utility slots to get my Xeno scanner, frameshift wake scanner, and manifest scanners. Okay, so we need fuel scoop, booster, planetary hanger. Then I will need a 1A collector limpet controller. Actually, what happens if I just copy that up? I will need a here we go. Recon. 1E Recon limpet controller. And a research limpet controller as well. Yeah. I will need a shield generator. Again, I'm just putting it on here. It's nothing. It's just like it's not a build. It's a checklist of modules. Anything that I missed? Just gonna go and have a look at the current one. Fuel scoop. Oh yeah. Cargo. Because limpets, right? Recon. And then the fighter hangar. We're trying to skip that if we can. Yes, of course I need a... Oops, come here. I need a surface scanner as well. So those are the modules that I will need. Good morning. it's 10 p.m. here in okay, so this is the modules that I'll need, and I have what 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 modules. So that means that we have to have at least 9 optional internal slots for this to work, and we need decent jump range, and we need the ship to be fast and mobile while carrying all this shit. So let's run through the list. And let's see what we get. I'll move myself, so I'll move my, there we go. Move myself so you guys can follow along with the list over here. And move my post-it, there we go. Okay, so basically just gonna begin to run through the list here from the top and see which of the, and remember I am on the beta version, so these are after they have added their extra internal slots. So let's begin to count them up here. This is not 9. What do we have here? We have that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on the challenge. I don't like those. Don't want in the card. The Asp Explorer could be an option, but the Asp Explorer has 5, 6, 7, 8 internal slots. That's not enough. Asp Scout has 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not enough. Don't want the Beluga Liner. The Cobras could be interesting, maybe to go with those. Again, smaller ships. Nice, like it. Here we have 6, 7, 8. That's not enough. The Cobra Mark 4. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on the Cobra Mark 4s. We're going to open that up. Don't think it's going to be a Cobra Mark 4, but we're going to give it a chance, at least. This is our checklist. We can close this one. The checklist there. Okay, so what else do we have? We have Diamondback has has 8, which is not enough. We need 9. And nope. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on the dolphin. Okay, maybe. Maybe dolphin. Eagle. Nope. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on the... No, I don't want any of these assault ship, drop ships. Don't want the Fertilance. The hauler probably doesn't have enough slots anyway. How many did the... Oh, 3, that's good enough. Do you know how many utility slots the dolphin had? We're down to the keelback, which has the Python. I'm not down with that far down the list, but that's probably going to be an option too. The keelback, how many internals does it have? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not enough. The Crate Mark II has 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on the Crate Mark II. Crate Phantom has 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on the Crate Phantom. Ooh, that could be... The Crate Phantom is an amazing jump ship. That could actually be an option here. Mamba, no, probably a shit jump range if I recall correctly. It doesn't have enough internals either. Orca, Python should have enough, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on the Python. Sidewinders, don't want any of the type ships, so that we have Viper and Vultures left. Dolphin is so ugly. I'm not right now we're just looking at hard stats. The cosmetics will be something I'll look at later. 7 on this one. The Viper Mark 4 actually has some decent internal slots as well. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so those are the options that we nailed it down to so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ships. Okay. Next step is to strip the ships down, like so. We're gonna fit a Guardian FSD booster. Then we're gonna A-rate the thrusters, D-rate the power plants, A-rate that one, D-rate that one, D-rate. I'm just gonna... I mean, again, this is not the finished one. This is just very, very quickly. I want to get a feel for how much jump range we could get out of this ship. Mass manager. So this is what I'm going to do in all of them. D-rate the power plant. I'm only going to A-rate the thrusters because I'm going to try to go without fighter hangar, so I need the mobility on the ship. So A-rate the thrusters and then D-rate all of this stuff as well. And then we can kind of get a feel for the jump range. We can see here, even with this, the Crate Mark II only comes up to a unlatent jump range of about 50 light years. And we haven't added like all this shit yet. So, and we might be able to like get this lower, but I just want to like take out the lowest ones from the list, right? So we're going to do the same thing for the Crate Phantom here. Strip it down. Put an FSD booster on there. D-rate that. A-rate that. A-rate that. D-rate. D-rate it. D-rate it. And the frame to drive gets a upgrade. Like so. Already here on the Crate Phantom, we are up about 4 light years up from the Crate Mark II. So that's great. That's great. Let's see here. Oh, come on. Booster. D-rated. A-rated. There we go. D-rated. 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 Increase, whoops. Oh, not strip down. I want mass manager. There we go. Oh, see this, the fact that Python is even worse than both these two. So I think we can already now, I mean, sure we have more, internal slots in the Python. But the jump range, I mean, if you go compare that to a Phantom, we lose like over 6 light years of jump range by going with a Python. So I think I'm gonna take that one out of the equation. Then we have the Viper Mark IV. This one can of course only fit a class 4. D-rate, A-rate, A-rate, D-rate, D-rated, D-rated, and increase range and deep charge, because this is a class 4 frameshift drive, so we gotta go deep charge. And once again here, we only get up to 48. I think we need to be pushing up around the 50 before the ships are gonna be competitive. I mean, the ship's main job is gonna be bubble bossing. It's gonna be carrying me around in the bubble. So jump range is the like #1 priority here. Maneuverability is second. And I think, let's look at the profiles here. I think the Crate Phantom is still, so far, my favorite option here. Okay, the Viper is slightly better, it seems, when it comes to maneuvering. But that extra jump range is just so nice. Let's try the Dolphin. Okay. Like so, and increase range, and this is grade 4, so this is gonna get deep charged, and we need a FSD booster. $56, that's the longest we've seen so far on a Dolphin. How does it handle? It handles better than the Phantom, it seems. At least when it comes to rotation. What about straight line speed? They are actually exactly the same when it comes to straight line speed as well. I mean, that might be that we can make some of this lighter and stuff, but it just has better jump range. Even though, that's really weird. Okay. Anyway, last chip is the Cobra Mark IV. Frameshift right booster. Do like that. Thrusters are A. This one is A. I have done that as these as well. A rated, right? A rated, yeah, okay. D-rate life support, D-rate that, and D-rate that. And engineer the frameshift drive with increased range and mass. No, not mass manager, deep charge. There we go. Dolphin's never an option, looks like a pun. Okay. Cobra Mark IV is out of the question. The jump range is garbage. That means that leaves us with 3 competitors. The Crate Mark II, the Crate Phantom, and the Dolphin. I think I'm going to try to do the actual builds on all of them, because it's probably going to be one of those. David, yeah, I know, but we have this list of modules that we need to fit to it. I don't think the hauler is going to be able to fit. We need at least 9 internal compartments. Okay, let's just start from an end and begin to add modules. So we're going to start here with a surface scanner. Get that out of the way a bit. Then we have all these collector limbs. That's all class 1s as well. So all we need a 1A collecting limpet controller. Should we go B rated for longer range? We need a research limpet controller. Oh, We need a recon limpet controller, like so. There's all those. We need a cargo rack, we put that in the end. We need shield, we need a class 4 SRV hangar. So that could go here. No, where is it? I think the H one is the light. No, G one is the light. There we go. So we have that covered as well. That was the... We need a fuel scoop. Okay, what kind of scoop times? 30 seconds, 36 seconds, that's pretty good. So what do I still need? Cargo and shield, I guess. And for cargo, I'm actually going to fit a corrosive resistant cargo rack so I can pick up... Yeah, shield-wise, I'm probably going to derate my shields so we can get... Oh, it's also field maintenance unit. Wonderful. Derate the shields to save mass. I mean, we don't need a whole lot. I might even go even lower, but for now. Let's get the scanners in here as well. Let's get the 0E manifest scanner. Let's get the frameshift wake scanner. Let's get the Xeno scanner. And then let's get a... Let's get a shutdown field. Oh no, we're gonna get scanners. Kill one scanner. It's just for bounties. You know what? I'm gonna take the neutralizer. Hagerson asked what I'm building now. I'm trying to build myself a new bubble bus. Weapons, gonna leave that empty. Okay, engineering wise, this one, expanded probe. Yeah, sure, we want that. There's a little bit of the, additional mass. What? It gives 100% extra mass to a massless module. Is it really massless? It seems so. Yeah, it's a bit of more, maybe it's more of an explorer than a bubble bus. That's probably true. But if it was an explorer, I would also fit like auto field maintenance units and stuff like that. But I haven't because, again... Okay, let's begin to upgrade more modules. Sensors, let's engineer those. Lightweight sensors, lightweight the life support. The frame shift drive is already engineered. The thrusters are gonna get dirty drive drag drives on them. Okay, so we're getting somewhere now. How are we doing for power? Plenty of power. Put up the power distributor. We could go all the way down to a 3D, and then the boost time is 13 seconds. That's nothing. What happens if we put a 2D in there and then put a engine focused and with plus the superconduit on? It can boost in 14 seconds between boosts, and we can now begin to downgrade our power plant because... We want an A-rated power plant because of heat efficiency. So, is there any reason why we wouldn't go overcharged? No, there's not. Lose a little bit of efficiency, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, so a 4A can run this ship. What about a 3A overcharged and thermal spread? It can't, right? No, wait. Okay, so we need a class 4 with overcharged and thermal spread. 53 light years jump range. Very quick. Okay. I mean, we could sit and we could tinker with this a lot more than we have already. We could actually maybe, hold on, I'll just tinker a little bit. Class 4, that's enough. Class or level 3. Oh, 99. And then thermal spread. There we go, so we don't tank our efficiency so hard. Perfect. And we are now, we could begin to add like strip down on some of the modules maybe. Like, oh, we need to do the shield. What do we want on the shield? You know what? I would actually rather go with bi-weave shields. Oh, bi-weaves are heavy. I don't want to go bi-weaves. I'll probably go with reinforced high cap. Oh, reinforced strip down, I think. Yeah, reinforced strip down. I just need the shields to take like accidental bump and scratches. This is not a combat ship, right? Okay. We're gonna leave that there, and we're gonna move on to the next ship on the list, which is the Great Phantom. So basically, same order of business. Let's get all those small modules in there. So we're gonna get the surface scanner. We're gonna get a collector. No, you know what? I'm actually gonna do this over here as well. And then put a 3B on. Still good? Oh, 99.8. What's a good home base in my... Oh, that's a whole nother discussion. We can take that that later. And then this one is going to be lightweighted, right? There we go. Okay, moving on. Back to this one. Okay, so we need the recon limpet controller. We need the... here. We need the research limpet controller. We need the 3B collector limpet controller with lightweight on it. Oh, we need to have a planetary vehicle hangar. Then I need a cargo rack, but I needed corrosive resistance, and they only come in... this is annoying. They come in 1, 2, and 4. They don't come in class 3s. That means that I have to use this one for my... Oh, that's annoying. I have to use this one in order to get access to... to the class 4 corrosive resistant one. And that just leaves shield the fuel scoop. So 6A fuel scoop goes there, and a 3D shield generator goes here. This one will be engineered with reinforced and... Oh, okay, we go high cap now because it's 2 tons. This one will be lightweighted. It is already. This one will have expanded probes. And now for the rest of the ship, sensors here will be lightweighted. This one will be lightweighted. Thrusters will have dirty drive and drag drives on them. Then we just need the power distributor. Can we go down to a 2D? What did we do over here? We did like 2D engine focused supercapacitor. Yes, so we got 2D engine focused and super conduit, of course. Giving us a boost time 14 seconds. Way quicker. Look at that jump range. Shields are pretty bad though. But we could probably also downgrade the power plant to a class 4 overcharged thermal spread. How are we doing for power? Plenty of power. We can probably go all the way down to 3 then. overcharged. Nope, that's not enough. So we have to go with 4. We go overcharged. The overcharged 3 was enough. 2? Oh, what about overcharged 1? No. Okay. So overcharged 2 and thermal spread for that efficiency. And oh no, I forgot my scanners. God damn it! I need a manifest scanner. I need a frameshift wake scanner. I need a Xeno scanner. I need a shutdown neutralizer, which probably gonna mean, yeah, we're gonna need to up that a little bit to a grade 3 thermal spread. Boom, there we go. Okay. Great Phantom, 60 light years. Wow, that's rather impressive. Compared to the 53 here. Already, I think the Great Phantom, I mean, it's a little weird with that corrosive sitting all the way up there, and the shields are a little weak, in my opinion. But I guess it's okay. Commander, as to what purpose I'm building, this is my new, I'm trying to build a new bubble boss with the new extra internals, because it's gonna, I need something else to fly. And now, I know Don Glory not gonna like this, but we have to go and we have to take a look at the Dolphin. The Dolphin, of course, only has 3 utility mounts, meaning we can get our manifest scanner in, we can get our frameshift wake scanner, and we get our Xeno scanner in there. Then we're gonna do the same thing again. We're gonna go and we're gonna take a, oh, this is a small ship, right? Oh, nice. We're gonna take a surface scanner. We're gonna take a recon limpet controller. We're gonna take a research limpet controller. And we're gonna take a collector limpet controller B rated, which this will be lightweight, and this will, whoops, this will be expanded probes. Yes, like so. What else do we need? We need a planetary vehicle hangar. It will go here. That one. Oh, 40. We are already out of power on the D-rated power plant. Ouch. Okay. Not sure how well this ship is gonna fare. We need a class 4 slot. Uh-oh. I already see a big problem here, because I want that class 4 corrosive resistant cargo rack so I can pick up all that good stuff. And I now need shield and fuel scoop. Oh. So here we have a scoop time of 1.5 minutes to fill the tank, and it only has a total range of 250 light years. Where here we have 400 light years and a scoop time of 36 seconds. And here we have 360 with also a scoop time of 36 seconds. I think that's going to be the deal breaker for this one. Then we can put shields in here. We're going to put a 2D shield generator. Ouch. Oh, that was a shield cell bank. Oops. Let's try that again. Are you kidding me? There's no shields that will fit here? Oh, here we are. No shield cell banks. There are no... Yeah, Barrett is right. That problem is I want those two. Like if I move that down there, I could then go with a planetary vehicle hangar to just only have one SRV bay, which is and then I could go I would have to do that. There goes 60 shield generator here with reinforced and stripped down. Okay, but the jump range is still low. It's even lower than the Crate Mark II. Some serious stream delay. I think it's just the chat that's delayed. I have no idea what it's doing. I'm gonna try to reset it again. I just test it here. Test. See when it comes on. That okay. Chat is at least very delayed. There we go. That's about time. And only 3 utility slots. Yeah. You know what, Dolphin? I'm sorry you're out. I think, based on this, I mean, even though this one is a little weird. Ripfish, yeah. I actually think the Crate Phantom is going to be my new build, my new ship. I really like this. I really, really like this build, actually. You know what? I'm just going to put this over here. And if we go into the shipyard, I should have, like, why that I could, the Speed Devil, the Core Hunter, the Goit Scout Hunter, yes. I'm going to disassemble this ship, because I don't need it anymore. And I'm going to disassemble this ship, and exactly, Stongle Roses. Let's build it. So first of all, I'm just gonna go in here and see. I have some engineered module, one engineered module here, so we're gonna store that. And then, come on, can we get rid of this animation already? There we go. Utilities, I should have something in here. Transfer, store, store. Transfer, store, store. No, 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 yeah. Transfer, store, store. James says, what's the build for? It's a new camera build. It's my new ship for recording, I hope. That was utility bounce cores. There should be lots reactive surface. Yeah, let's store that. It might not be the last time I'm building a crate for combat. Thanks for new Richard. Transfer, store, store. Power plant, we're gonna store that as well. Thrusters. Store that. Store that. Optional internals, there should be a lot to store in here. Storing modules. Live on YouTube. Hold on. Doesn't this have like a store multiple? Store multiple, yes. Oh. We should just have done that from the beginning. There we go. There we go. Chat box. Oh yeah, hold on. I'll move myself over there. Know how to go like. There we go. Yes. Display capture. Hold on, let me get rid of this. Boom, there we go. So now it shouldn't be so intrusive when we begin building. Okay, I think we stored everything there is to store on this build here. So, shipyard. I need a crate phantom. Did it? Oh, there it is. Purchase ship. Exchange. So I actually gain money from this. Taking build requests, not right now. I do streams where I take build requests, but not today. Today we're working on ships for the upcoming April update, and I've already looked at the cube combo. I looked at my mining builds, and now we're giving my my camera ship an overhaul. Like not just an overhaul. We're rebuilding a completely new ship. Okay. This should be easy, right? Let's start by utilities, because those are easy and does not require any engineering. Can't speak anymore. Manifest scanner, E-rated by browse. Wake scanner, E-rated by Xeno scanner. Here we go. Exactly, famous last word. This should be easy, right? Okay. Now this is gonna be fun. Core internals. Not gonna do anything with the armor. Is this the right ship? Crate Phantom. Here we need a... The 4... Hold on. We need a 4A... We don't have that. So I'm gonna buy myself a 4A power plant. Which is at this time will be unengineered, but we'll fix that in a little bit. Thrusters. Transfer. Oh, look at that. I have... Why do I have 2? Okay. FSD. And because we just assembled the other crate, we should have most of the modules already in storage. Fully engineered and ready to fly. Then the power distributor. Here we need a 2D power distributor with engine focused and superconductor. I doubt I have that in storage, but... No, I don't. We'll build one. Nice. Optional internals. Here we need a fuel scoop. Need an FSD booster. I need a cargo rack. A 4G planetary vehicle hangar. With SRVs in it, of course. Then here we need a Well, do I have a 3D shield? No. But I do believe I have, yes, I have a lightweight collector limpage controller. In bulk. There we go. And then, of course, the extra slot that we haven't used yet, but that's going to be for detailed surface scanner. How long I've been playing Elite Dangerous? I forgot. Years now. Too long. Okay. This is not bad. Should we just fix the delivery here? Oh, nice. Paint job. Gonna get my usual green SRVs. And of course, flash that triple elite badge everywhere we get a chance to do it. Yeah, I know I'm short on power. We'll fix that in a bit. And as boring as it is, I will make the other one identical. Again, because if I'm out recording and I need a... Nope, yeah, there we go. And I need a shot of the SRVs and I lose one for some reason, then they need to be identical so that you guys don't spot if if I change SRV in the middle of a video. Sadly, there's no Frontier paint job for the Crate Phantom. That is true, but I don't have the Frontier paint job either. I actually have... Do I have any paint jobs? I have no paint jobs for the Crate Phantom. Well, I guess I have to go and get some of those. Ship name. Is that too much? Too much? Kratos camera? I don't know. Yeah, I could just call it crate camera. That's probably a good idea. Ship ID is obviously D2EA. Oh, oops, try that again. Nameplate. Front decal. Flash that triple elite badge. Oh, I don't have the ship kits for this one either. God damn it. Weapon detailing. Yeah, there's no weapons. Engine detailing is green. Dashboard 1 is of course reserved for Carlos. Yeah, okay, let's have a look at the paint jobs that's actually available for this. I don't know, all these, not too fond of these. They're too, that one's actually okay. But they're too, well, military dark green. Nah, I do like the ship to stand out a little bit, but this one's actually pretty. If this has green accents on it rather than red, that would be really cool. Blue and orange. Again, it's very bright. Yeah, there's the like vibrant green one. Oh, that was actually there with green, because this is, I don't know, a little bit too much maybe. I mean, I do like these vibrant green ones. But there was one. Where was it? Oh, that one. I'm really like, the crates look, by the way, the crates look great in white for some reason. Yeah, the Predator green, the Predator lime. I used that on the cucumber, and it could work on this one. You know what? I'm actually really liking this one, not the blue one. Come on, this one. I don't know. I'm really liking this one. It's, I mean, I like the fact that the green is there. I mean, look at the colors. Look at the colors on this one. It has white, green, and black. And then go ahead and look at the channel logo. It's also white, green, and black. I think this is the one I'm gonna go for. You know what? Now, luckily, now there's gonna shameless self-promotion coming up. In the description, at least if you're on YouTube, there is a link. And there's a link for the Frontier store. If you use that link when you buy your paint jobs and your ship kits and all the other fancy stuff, then a small percentage goes to me as a small referral bonus. So if you are buying stuff anyway, again, there is the link, and it's in the description of all my videos, and it's also under my live streams. You can take that link and bookmark it in your browser so you have it at hand, and when you need it, just click that link, and then you know that a small cut will go to me that I can then use to upgrade equipment and that kind of stuff. So let me I'm just gonna get these paint jobs real quick. Game extras, elite dangerous, crate phantom. I'm just gonna make sure that I'm on the right screen here. So we're gonna, oh, we are there, and there should be a ship kit for it as well. The crate phantom ship kits, 16 pieces. This is gonna be an expensive live stream. I am not a robot. There we go. Log out, or log in, not out. Continue. Continue. Oh, please select, yeah, okay. Payment method. Place order. Once again, verifying that I'm not live streaming something that I shouldn't. There are so many levels of verification on this that it's like, give me a second here. So there's an extra level of security, so every time that you buy something online, I get an SMS with a code, and that code has to be typed in before the transaction is accepted. Okay, done. Wulan says, now that you're triple elite, How do you like your Dark Wheel membership? I don't know nothing about a Dark Wheel membership. Okay, that should now be processing. I don't know how quickly that updates. Apparently very quickly. There we have the paint job. Okay, spoilers. What are we gonna go for here? They look... That's a classic spoiler. Fins or shark fin. I don't know. I kind of like the shark fin style. I don't know. The top 3 exploration ship, the Asp, Crate Phantom, and pretty basically, well, don't forget the Diamondback. I don't, either it should be that one, and I think I like this one, like a shark kind of thing. I'll see how it fits with all the other stuff. Oh wow, that looks ugly from behind. Oh my god. Unless we can get some tails that matches it. Oh. That one is a little meh, I think. That one just adds even more fins to it. This one adds even a lot more fins to it. It fits everywhere. I don't want something that takes up too much of the field of view. How much is these visible from... Okay, they take up quite a bit of the field of view. You know what? I might just run it without a bumper. Because that one is... Then it should be that one. But that's kind of... I don't know. You know what? I'm going to run it without a bumper. Let's get this up and have a look at it. Okay, that's actually pretty cool how the accents, the ship builds, or the ship colors also like carry over to the ship kits. There's something they not always do so well, but those huge ones underneath there, that's ugly. Don't like that at all. I like the fin on top. I think that's very stylish, just having that one fin there in the middle. But those down there, I don't like those at all. It just doesn't flow with the ship at all. I like to have that kind of, whoops, that kind of engine cover. That looks okay, the spoiler here in the back, but I'm definitely going to change out the side bumpers.
Services at the starport are constantly being updated. Remember to visit every time you pass through the system.
I have people who are asking over Twitch what I'm building the Phantom for. It's hopefully gonna be my new bubble bus that I will be flying around in the bubble with to replace my Anaconda. Mainly because I'm sick and tired of flying that big thing. That's not very maneuverable. Okay, what else do we have? We have these, don't like those. We have these, don't like those. Then we have like stuff in there. It's like wings in there. Maybe those like fit well with this one then. It makes it look like a little bit like a... when you do this, it makes it look like a little bit like it. Somebody took a Challenger or something and built stuff around it with those there. So I still think I'm gonna disable those. Don't like the extra antennas on the front. It looks okay on the... when this... my ship is already frozen over. it looks okay from outside. When you look at the ship from the outside, I think it looks great. But when you look inside, they take too much of the field of view, I think. See, those are a lot more subtle. Oh, it's actually the spoiler going... Oh, it's that one going down there. Ah.
If you're unable to complete docking procedure within your time slot, you'll need to exit the bay and resubmit a docking request.
Ah, okay, we have to change the spoiler then. It is way smoother, but I'm still not too much of a fan of this. That it goes all the way down there. Oh, this is way too... There we go, a little bit less less sensitive here. I think I'm just gonna go back and have a look at the other options again for a... Ah, I managed to... Hold on. Now I click launch instead of enter hangar.
Power plant capacity exceeded.
Wait. Oh, those are just part of the... Oh, okay. Those are actually just part of the ship. Okay. Well, then this one's definitely the best option. I still don't like any of them. Okay, well... I guess that's how it's gonna be then. If it would go out of this there, thank you. I didn't realize those were actually standard on the ship. So it only adds that bridge across it here. I like this. The fact that you can see that it has a ship kit on it, but it's not... it's not silly. It's subtle. I like that. Okay, let's just quickly... Do I have enough to do a power plant? I do. Oh, how much overcharging are we going to do on this power plant? We're going to do a grade 3 thermal spread. We can't do thermal spread, obviously, but we can do a grade 3 power plant upgrade. And then we're going to fully upgrade this. There we go. Let's go back into the hangar. Does that mean all our modules are now online? Yeah, it does. Nice. So what do we still need upgrading? Let me see, where's the build link? The scanners are done. Internal-wise, we just need to upgrade... Let's take the core internals first. Thrusters, flame drive, we need the power distributor upgraded with engine focused and superconduit. The power plant needs a thermal spread. We can do that pretty much anywhere that has power plant upgrades. Sensors are done, so we actually need to figure out the power distributor. What time is it? Okay, we are actually running out of time. But we can keep going a little bit longer, can't we? We're actually pretty close to finishing the build. And we need shields. And that's it. We need the shields, the power distributor, and the special effects of the power plant. Because I'm pretty sure that I have... Here we go. Details. Yes, I have detailed service scanners already engineered. Look at that. Already done. So I can just fit that as soon as the patch goes live. Oh, hold on. Power distributor. 2D power distributor. What do I have on my current... I can disassemble the camera conda now. Oh, this is gonna be slightly sad, actually. And I'm gonna lose 25% because there's a bounty on the ship. I should probably have cleared that before I sell it, but I can strip it down. Some of the modules, at least. Oh, yes. I forgot to remove the hard points on it. Yeah, I'm not gonna actually strip... we can't strip it because the ship is wounded. We need to fight an interstellar... Okay, hold on. Inara. Galaxy Systems and Station. Nearest interstellar factor on a large landing pad in space that's not terribly far away from... Yes, this is where we're gonna go. Let's just go and get this ship cleaned up from any bounties it may have, so we can... Why do we already have ships here? What? Why do I have a corvette over here? I didn't know I had 2 corvettes. What's the other corvette doing? Oh, that's the... Ah! Okay. Blackbird? Oh, those must have been from a live stream, I guess. Okay. This was way back when 3.3 launched. I bought a Corvette because it's... Or before 3.3 launched, actually. I bought a Corvette because I thought it would be a great mining ship. But obviously I never used it, and it's still sitting there. Okay. Blackbird. This looks like something we've been using for a for an Eagle stream. My trade cutter, that's still okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, fair enough. I had no idea I still had that ship. Okay, let's get rid of that. Let's go over and let's get this ship cleared of any fines. Oh, I'm looking forward to getting out of this. See, no boost. Maybe I should actually wait with completely disassembling this ship until that I've tried the other ship for a bit, and if it turns out to be good, just so I don't have to rebuild the Anaconda again.
Crankshaft drive charging.
Yeah, you're right, Donglora, it can't even boost. Don't you just love it when you, by accident, find a additional corvette you didn't know you still had? McLeod says, no need to strip the Conda if you're rich enough. Well, that's true. I still have, I don't know how much I have now. I still have 5 billion credits, so I guess there is no need to strip it. But I don't like having ships lying around that I don't need. I'm notoriously impatient, so boost is a must. I have really missed a ship that could boost, but it was in an attempt to make the ship jump as far as it possibly could, with an unladen jump range of Star Wars, what, 60.9, but with the new build here, we should be coming up at 60.1, so we lose just under 1 light year of jump range, but we gain so much more in terms of speed and maneuverability. Oh, getting caught in a gravity well. Boy once says, I've been playing for 3 years and just made my first billion. How the F can someone get 5 billion? Please teach me. 2 words. Void opals. Well, most of the money I made is not from void opals, but today it would be void opals. But in the last 3 years it would have been Sothis and Seos. It would have been Quins. It would have been the rear runs, passenger missions. And it would have been skimmer missions. It would change all the time. But right now, it would be, I mean, passenger missions and stuff that this year is still good. But void opals, my god, you can make a lot of money mining void opals.
Speed restrictions are currently in place. Please comply.
Scan detected.
Landing permission granted. Clear to land on pad 40.
Now we'll see how far it sends me. It'll probably send me to the other end of the galaxy or something like that. Mining what? Void opals. If you don't know, I have a 3 series, like a 3-video series on everything you need to know about mining void opals and a bit more. You can go over to YouTube, and if you search for like Elite Dangerous Advanced Miners Guide, I'm pretty sure it will come up. You can also just go and find my YouTube channel. They're in a playlist over there, and there's all the information you need and a bit more, as I said. I mean, you should have everything you need if you go and watch that series. I go over, the 3 videos go over, first I talk about outfittings, like what equipment you will need and what things to consider when you choose a ship. Then the second video I talk about how to locate a good mining spot. Like what things do you need to be aware of when you're looking for good places so you can get a decent amount of void opals. And the third video I go over all the small tips and tricks of what you actually do when you are in the belt and you look for the void opals. And I think there's some additional videos where I go over some suggested ship builds, so you can go and you can copy those. I also went over those ship builds at the beginning of the video. So there's a lot of information in those videos, and I'm pretty sure watching those you should be good to go. Is that a 400 credit? Was that it? A weekly bounty claim. So yes, exactly. Void opals are 1.6 mil a ton if you find the right stations. Oh yeah, hunting low temperature diamonds from NPCs is also a good way if you like a little bit more action-packed way of making money. Yeah, 1 mil a piece. You can get up to 1.6 if you find a good station. So you should definitely be looking for a station where you can get 1.6 mil. So I should be clear now, right? Yes, I am. Oh, well, the manifest scanner is engineered. Why is this engineered? Lightweight. Okay. I guess. Oh, we could move that over as well. And the same with the frame shift. Oh, but these are A class A's. Yeah, okay. They use way more. Never mind. Yeah, exactly. I must have misfired on someone at some point. Which is impressive, given that... oh, I have missile racks on this one. Oh, I know what I've been doing. Okay. One D power distributor, not engineered. Wonderful. I even have an empty internal slot in this one. And there's another detail server scanner. Anyway, let's get back. But once this can't do the low temp diamonds, bad at combat. You really don't have to be very good at combat. I mean, most of the time, the NPCs will just sit still and you will just sit and eat all their cargo. Yeah, as Donglord says, it's pretty much just make a build and then face tank everything and just sit and take it. Oh, the acceleration of this ship. I mean, this is full throttle without landing gear. This is as fast as this thing will go. 170 meters a second. Someone's on their phone, I guess. That autocorrect.
Scan detected.
Come on. Ha. I want to get rid of this.
Frameshift drive charging.
There we go.
You are clear to resume own navigation. FFC out.
Yeah, you're right, Dongalore says you'll get a lot more fight in the future for reckless flying. That's true. I mean, you have to really try in order to speed in this one. It's okay. I'll pay off the fine from time to time. Okay, we can also get rid of that Corvette. I don't know how engineered it is, but maybe there's some useful stuff on that. And it's actually impressive, given that the only weapons on this ship right now is missile racks. And it's dumbfire missile racks. It's not even seekers. So I've clearly been trying to shoot down something, and someone must have gotten the path of the missiles. Or I just got reckless flying 4 times. That's also an option. Not if you ram someone while boosting out. Well, I can't boost. Delta 2 Echo, good to see you, Commander. And request docking.
Request approved. Please head directly for Bay 17.
And 17. We can do lots of reckless flying. We just have to get over the other ship. Okay, let's quickly take a look at that that random Corvette I had lying around.
Ship is on the ground. Perform landing.
Minesweeper, there it is. That should bring in some of the credits we just invested into the cucumber. What are these engineered with again? Oh, I have... That's where my regeneration sequence lasers are. Okay, let's get the engineered modules out of the ship. So, those and the mining lances, let's get those out as well. Ah, and here's all my... I was wondering where all my shield boosters went. I could have sworn I had a ton of them at some point. Hey, look at this. I have all kinds of stuff. And I have more collectors here, and I have a prospect. Oh, look at that. And that's where my prismatic shield this one has all the modules I've been looking for. I don't know where they went. And I'm almost full. I need more storage space. Prismatic here, yeah. Come on, game. You know what? I also have to find this one somehow. Let's just apparently I was wondering why it cost money to store it as well, but what the hell? So now we should be able to find the minesweeper. There it is. And sell that. Don't need that anymore. Boom. Gone. Don't need that. Actually, let me just check, because you guys can watch here as well. Just jump over there. Oh, actually, let's use the other one. That one. There we go. So, we needed the special modification of the power plant. We need the power distributor. We could lightweight these if we really wanted to, but not gonna bother. And then I needed the shields to be reinforced high cap, right? That was the things that I needed. So if we go over here and we go to engineering and we go to blueprints, we go to core internals and we go to first check the power plant. Here we needed, what did they end up with? Thermal spread, right? Yes, thermal spread. Thermal spread, I have plenty for doing a thermal spread upgrade. So that's great. What about the power distributor that needed engine focused? Yes, that's okay. That's okay. That is okay. That is okay. Yes, we have enough for that. And for the super conduit for faster recharge. Yes, I have materials for that as well. And then all we need is the shield to grade 5 and high cap, or reinforced high cap. You know what, let's take those later. Let's start by doing this, actually. So, I need the power distributor with engine focused, which I can only get at the dweller. And the dweller does not do power plants. Of course he does not do power plants. Okay, should we, while we're doing this trip anyway? Okay, let's have a look at the shields now that we are doing it anyway. Shield generator reinforced. Yes, 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 yes. Ooh, improvised do I need improvised components for any of the others? Did I need that for the engine? Do I need improvised? No, I don't. Good, so I should actually have enough to do this as well. And get the high cap down here is probably okay. Yes, it is. Wonderful. So we need to head to Lichong. We need to head to the dweller. And we need to head to any of the ones that does. So Farseer. One of these three, Farseer, Marco Quint, or Haritani. So, which one is closest to where I am right now? 162. Okay, you know what? We actually gotta use Marco Quint for once. Okay, Marco Quint, Li Chong, and the dweller. You know what we should do? We should go and find my tool. Where did I put that? Here? Oh no, here it is. Here it is. Doom. Come on. Here it is. Boom. Okay. So we need to go to Shinrata Desra. We need to go to the Dweller. We need to go to Li Chong. And we need to go to Marco Quint. Shinrata is gonna be our start and our end location. So... yes. There we go. That's the order we should be flying in. So, let's click that. And now we should just be able to jump in here. Oh, the range of this thing is amazing. Okay, let's get this thing out. See how it flies. Oh.
Maintain correct lane on exit.
Already liking this a lot. Oh, we haven't even put all pips to engines yet. Oh, we can't boost yet. Slugger says careful. Oh, I got it. I got it. Oh, I'm so used that it takes like 30 seconds to get outside mass lock that I'm just sitting there looking at it.
You are clear of station restrictions. We hope to see you again, Commander.
What's the name of the program for the optimization? That is the Down To Earth Astronomy multi-stop route planner. You can go and you can search it up. I don't have the link at hand right now. I have it locally, but I did a video featuring it, and you can find the link in there, and you can download your own version of it, and then use that as you see fit. What's the jump range right now? Ooh. Unladen 63. That's a lot. That's more than it said on isn't this more than it said on Inara? It says unladen 60 and max 63. Unladen. Yes, of course. This is, yeah. This is because it's without fuel. Does it work on Linux platform? No. It's written in PowerShell. I guess if you can get PowerShell to run on... Didn't Microsoft actually make a version of PowerShell for Linux? If you can get a version of PowerShell to run on Linux, then yes, it will run. That's right, on dongle. I still have the pulse lasers on. We can't see it right now. And they will of course have some mass, and we'll have to get rid of those. Yes, you're absolutely right. Yeah, again, this is not a combat ship. Those shields are really only meant to take like minus bumps in case. I mean, we are going to engineer the shields though. They are unengineered at the moment. That's one of the trips we're going to do. Power shield runs into, but without forms. Okay, the problem is then you can't get the whole form thing to work, obviously. So unfortunately, this you will. I mean, you could always just have a very light like virtual box, or if you have another PC in, like, next to you, or I don't know. I mean, there's nothing we. I don't know how proficient you are with PowerShell, but it would be very easy to make a command line version of it. So that could run from command line instead, if you want to then take like an input list or something like that. Okay, so what was it we were getting here? This is actually the shield generator we're getting here, so that's nice. There we go. I think when we get on the surface here, we should just try to, on purpose, do a little hard landing. Because I want to see how the shields perform the way they are right now without pips. We might just drop the shields completely if we do a slightly hard landing, but I just want to see how much of a bump they can take. And then we're going to try to do the same once they're engineered, of course, so we can get a feeling for that as well. It's a good question, Dongle, if the Supercruise Assist module will approach planet bases as well, or if it will just stop in orbit and you will have to approach it manually. I guess it would go all the way down to the planet. And the gravity here is what, 1 point... Oh, that's actually pretty good. We can easily do a hard landing here. It's a 1.3 G world.
LAC Delta 2 Echo commencing automated flight control routine. Please observe docking protocols.
So I'm gonna come in a little high over the landing pad.
To landing pad 07.
Oh, it was the other way around. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna come in a little high. There we go. And then we're gonna try to slam it into the landing pad to see what happens with the shields. Okay. Look at the recharge though.
Touchdown complete. Engaging ship restraints. Your arrival has been noted.
And let's just get this upgraded. That should do a lot of good stuff for our shields. Oh, come on. Don't let us run out of arsenic. Ah, we're gonna run out of arsenic. I thought I would have enough to... God damn it. I can do this remotely so I can get more arsenic and finish it remotely. I'm just gonna get the high cap on here. Well, that's annoying. Shields are now at 150. So it did something. And we're gonna go back to our tool. We're gonna find the next stop in our route. We're gonna click on the small icon there.
Ship restraints disengaged. Commence departure.
Okay, same test. And a 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that went okay. That's okay. They can take a small scratch, so that's what they're meant to do. Let's go into super cruise so we can get around the planet. It seems like the system's on the other side. Ah, we forgot to remove the hard points. God damn it. But hey, at least the shields recharge fairly quickly. Okay, we should... There it is. How many jumps? 3 jumps. Nice. But I guess next week when the patch is live, I'll go out and I'll have a test with all the new modules, and we'll have a look at the new noob zones and see what they'll all like and stuff like that. It should be interesting. How does this actually fuel scoop? Let's see. Let's try to do a deep dive here. Fuel scoop very well. It handled heat quite nicely as well. I mean, we are overheating, but it can stay in here for quite a while before it begins to become an issue. But it sounds to me that the Super Cruise Assist is going to be able to, once you're aligned to a station, it's going to be able to keep you aligned with the station. It automatically manages your throttle, and it's also going to drop out once you are in the optimal range. That means, and if you also have the docking computer, that means that from when you jump into a system and you have aligned yourself with a station, all you have to do before you are on the docking pad is to go over and request docking. That's like 2 key presses, or 3 key presses maybe. That can be automated. It's, I mean... it's almost that you would just do a macro. And if you could get that macro to fire automatically when it detected that you dropped out, well, we're kind of getting there, aren't we? You could just go into a system and then go AFK and it will dock you at the station on its own. I guess. BTS spotting, much easier. Of course it will. Exactly, good for streamers while reading chat. I actually did consider it when I was setting up to build this one. Thanks for the follow on Twitch, by the way. When I was setting up to make this build, if I should include room for a Super Cruise Assist module, just so I could sit and read chat while in Super Cruise, without constantly having to do the loop of shame. Do I think I've definitely put in a safeguard for this? No. Honestly, I don't think so. I don't think botting in Elite is something that's very high on... Oh, sorry. Something that's very high on Frontier's priority list. Mainly because I think it's not something that people, or at least Frontier, seems as a huge issue. I think it's also very few people who see it as an issue because, well, it's few people who are actively engaging in BTS. But that being said, we just got a brand new bug report system with a voting feature, and that means if someone creates a bug report saying, here is someone who is clearly botting, could you fix it so people are not botting in Elite, and that thing gets a ton of upvotes, it's an easy way to raise attention towards Frontier to a specific problem. And I mean, the BTS community, I mean, it's not small. There's a lot of people about it who does it. Still the minority, but there's a lot, I think. So I guess if people really wanted to get rid of it, I mean, which I absolutely think they should. I mean, there's a fine line between how much you can script in terms of macro keys, but I think as soon as you can make the game play itself without you actually sitting in front of the computer, then we kind of cross the line, right? Thanks a lot for the follow on Twitch. Let's get this thing on the pad. It can still drift when in the gravity, but to be fair, most ships can, and especially when I use full throttle. So there's no power left for the maneuvering thrusters. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful landing. And this time we're going to remember to remove our weapons.
Docking procedure completed. Ship secured. Greetings, Commander.
Okay, power distributor. Engine focused. And finally it can boost, yeah. It should be able to now. Engine focused, yeah, problem is if we don't go engine focused, we don't have enough capacitor to boost. Come on. One more. Yes, there we go. Experimental effect is still gonna be super conduit for even more recharge. And we're gonna go to outfitting this time. I'm gonna remove those. Yeah, thank you, Dr. Laura. You know what, now that we have the engines fully, or the power distributor fully upgraded, we should actually try it out to see how it performs as a camera build on a planet, because this is where it's most demanding. That is flying in a gravity field like this. Do you take the time to gather materials before you build a new ship, or do you just... I always make sure that when I go to an engineer, I can get all the upgrades I need from that engineer done. Now, I just ran out of arsenic on the previous engineer, of course, but normally I would make sure I had enough to complete it. So normally what I would do is I would make a build, I would figure out what materials I need. Did I apply the special effect? I think I did. I hope I did. But let's check. And then I would collect all the materials, and once all the materials have been collected, yes. Oh, that was not the engines. It was the power. Yes, it has superconduit on. Okay, let's see if this thing will boost. Not with landing gear down. Oh, it sounds awesome. Listen to that.
Automated flight control protocol now offline. Thank you, Commander.
Okay, let's get this thing set up in camera mode. I'll have to learn how to use the camera in this one. I'll have to get the thrusters out of the way as well. You know what? I might actually have to just put it out. Where's the front of the ship now? Oh, there it is. So I might have to just put the camera like here. And then flip it around. Yeah, I think it works. Any plans for another lore video anytime soon? Yeah, I have some stuff coming up. Lots of other projects as well, but I have another more lore videos coming up. I see how it performs on a, like, fly close to the surface kind of thing. This is okay. And I mean, if I really needed to have something where I had a lot of maneuverability, what I could always do was just to go and like park it here and then go completely free camera. Oh, we have limited range. That's right. Yeah, okay. But if I needed a shot of something small, like let's say that I wanted a shot of the dome, just down here, I could always just park the ship here. And then do my shot from here. I just want to try like a flying around the dome kind of thing. I can definitely feel it doesn't yaw as well as a fighter. So I'd have to do some, I have to do the shots a little bit slower than I normally do. And try not to hit stuff. I will have to get used to it. I mean, it's definitely not a fighter. That's for sure. Ah! Oops. I already gained a fine. People asking about the top speed. Cruising altitude or cruising speed, we're looking at 422. Boosting, we got up to 590. This is really quick. Oh, okay. I'll have to see if I can get used to not having a fighter. Otherwise, I might just have to switch over to a normal crate instead of the Phantom. And then, oh, but I don't have. Then I have to sacrifice something because there's not enough internals for fighter bay. Yeah, I'm running dirty drive and drag drives. Did I post a build for the Phantom? Maybe, but I can certainly do it. Once this link shortener works, there we go. Okay, you know what? Let's just take a quick, as Donglor said, like, let's get this down close to the surface here, and just do a run over the, close to the surface. Like, can we get this, like, I don't know, below 10 meters? I don't know if we can get it that close. Give it a go. Hold on, what's that? Someone parked there. Down to Earth photography, exactly. Someone parked an anaconda. Okay. Well, you do you. Let's get this down nice and close. Okay, 10 meters is gonna be difficult. Oh. Come on, boost. Okay, we're running out of flat ground. Oh! There we go. Okay, so full speed into the side of a hill. It can't survive that. Yes, we got to a detention facility. Oh, that's wonderful. So, how far away did we get? Ah, it wasn't too bad. It was pretty close. Double rip. Again, shields are not meant to take that kind of punishment, and really, it's not meant to fly straight into a hillside at 500 meters a second. This is the shields. They are. I had pips to systems. I had my pips to systems. That was the last thing I did before I hit the hillside. Anyway, that was a ton of fun. Shields are not bumpers, no. They're not meant to be bumpers. I mean, we have, 150 shield hit points, something like that. These are meant to take, like, the small scratches when you land on a planet, or if you accidentally hit the side of like, if you scratch the station or something like that. Then they're not meant to be flying into hillsides like that. If you want stuff like that, you're gonna take something like the cube combo could probably do that, boost into a hillside and just not care. But yeah. Anyway, you know what? I think I'll finish here for today. I mean, I need a little bit of arsenic to finish up the shield generator. It needs like 1-2 rolls, and then it should be done. And then we need the thermal spread on the power plant, and then we're pretty much done. Then this is pretty much ready for the patch when that comes out. I have all the modules ready. I have the detailed surface scanner ready and engineered. So pretty much that would pretty much be the ship build done. I may do a video on it. I've always been reluctant to do videos on my camera builds. Mainly because they are so specialized for the needs that I have, rather than being something that is a more general purpose. So I don't know if I'm going to do it. People have been asking me a lot about my camera conda build in the past, so I ended up actually doing a video on that a while back. But we'll see. Maybe I'll do a video on this. And yeah, as Dark says, don't forget to give the stream a like if you haven't done it already. And remember to drop by the live stream on Tuesday next week, same time, same place, where we'll be looking at all the new stuff in this patch. We'll make sure this build right here we just worked on is all done and ready for prime time. And of course, I will make sure to have a brand new character lined up so we can go and have a look at those new systems and look at the new modules, play around with those, see if we can make them do weird stuff. I have a few ideas for stuff that we could try to see if we could make them do something silly. But yeah, let's test the capabilities for the new modules. But that's all going to be next time again. 7 o'clock in-game time, so 1900 in-game time. And I really hope you will drop by. If you haven't given the stream a like already, please go down and do that. And if you're over on Twitch, hit the follow button. And if you're on YouTube, you can hit the subscribe button. So thanks a lot for watching, guys, and until next time, I will see you guys in space.